like you used to? Can you hold me like you do? Hold me, console me, love me. Can you love like you used to? Can you hold me like you do?
All right, everybody. It is 9 o'clock p.m. and it is time for the midnight run. And once again, it's me. It's the VINCE. I hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Just finally finishing. This is the final week before I put back on that headset, folks. That way I can save more. That way it's a lot quicker for me to save for retirement, folks. Yes, indeed. No matter how much money you make there, you need at least $1 million in cash in order to at least retire. And while I got cash in the bank, I got a long way to go, folks. Very long way. But in any event here, let me show you guys something here real quick. Now, if you work in any type of corporate environment, you got to get past security, so you have to have one of these. This here is a clear backpack. That way security can see through it, and they're able to check all your stuff. What I'm going to do tonight, of course, just like my other bag, I was going to use my other bag for this, but it was all torn to hell and everything, so I got to stuff it up full of clothes tonight just to fill everything out so that way it's ready. And to keep them from checking in, this is my lunch bag, folks. Just enough for like 2 mini Cokes and mini Diet Cokes and a little tray of something, I'll make like little finger sandwiches and shit like that, Don't need much. The side pockets are going to be for the coffee, folks. But, yeah. That's what you have to have in a corporate environment. You can't just walk in with a regular briefcase or backpack or anything. You gotta have that clear motherfucker, All right, let's see here. Well, I always like to get the party started with a little slow jazz music and stuff, Just get the mood going and everything. That's all we doing. We not trying to hurt nobody, Yes, indeed. The show will begin shortly, but not anymore because the show is on now, folks. So of course, the first hour is the Q&A. We'll start reaction videos at 10 o'clock p.m. So tonight, folks, I got coffee and chicory. I have some Duncan Taylor blended whiskey, just a splash of it. Of course, it's always important to drink water, so in fact, And of course, we got my favorite cigar, a Perdomo Fresco. So folks, tell me in the comments below, what are you drinking and what are you smoking? But the way things are going there, it's actually been pretty good, actually. Business-wise, pretty busy. I've done a lot of business this week, surprisingly enough. I just got to watch out for the scam artists because usually they pick up around February, but I've been checking every transaction. Oh, I heard about McCook. We're going to play that in a minute there. I'm actually banned from his channel, so I can't see any of his live streams, but my good friend Ryan, He went and sent me a little clip. We'll play that in just a minute there, folks. Soon as I light the cigar, naturally. But it sounds like I've clearly have taken up free real estate in his head. So now I got two places to live. I got my single-wide mobile home, and I got my cuck's head. So what a sad man. What a sad man. Oh no, the winter season's over with in Greenville. Yeah, I doubt. I mean, it's still cool out here. It is. How many degrees? It's 57 degrees out here, so it's warming back up. Yes, indeed. But folks, I'm happy to report that Steve Mongo McMichael is in the Hall of Fame, folks. I am so pleased. You know, a lot of these times these athletes get posthumous, posthumous, Hall of Fame entries. You know, Mongo probably won't make it to. Hopefully, he lives as long as possible, but chances are with that ALS and everything, he's probably not going to make it to the end of the year. So it's good to know that they gave him the Hall of Fame while he's still alive, and he's deserved that for quite some time there, you know. Do I listen to any music? I mean, I still got CDs around, but I don't no longer use those. I even have an MP3 player anymore, but there's no need to. I mean, I subscribe to Amazon. I mean, I got Amazon Music. Because I run a live stream, I have YouTube Premium Music. So, I mean, there's no need for us. There's no need for physical format music anymore for the most part. There really isn't. It is 2024. Oh boy. But tell me in the comments below, what are you guys drinking and what are you guys smoking? Let me make sure my light, while I'm doing that, while y'all guys are telling me what you're drinking and smoking, I'm gonna make sure, yeah, my lighter's working. But I need to get new lighters. Well, everyone's entitled to their opinion, Quick Pump. Even McCuck, as far as, you know, that's concerned. I mean, that's the benefit of the First Amendment, you know. But sometimes even the First Amendment, the one thing it can't do is help you write a check that your ass won't cash. That's for sure. Just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is. Red wine, some Bell's whiskey. Okay. What else everybody else drinking? Well, I already know what you smoking there, Lamar. You ain't got to tell me that, so. I mean, you ain't got to announce that. You know, that's just a sales pitch, KCB, that started with Cell Tech from Muscle Tech. You don't need to creatine load. It's just to use more product. If you start just using 5 grams a day, it's not going to make any difference. You could take 1 gram or 2 gram. There's no need to creatine load. Trust me. I don't know what he said about you, Lamar, because like I said, I can't see any of his live streams whatsoever. Everything's private, you know. I can't see one word that he actually says about me, unfortunately. And that is a shame. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did it right. So before I start my cigar, let's go ahead and show you guys how bad I've gotten into his head. What is that doing? There we go. No, the job calls there, Tater Tot. Well, I only got a part of it. Like I said, I don't have... Oh, here it is.
Now, for all 6 of you in here, if my right...
Y'all check this stuff out here. First off, folks, don't mind the ugly face of his here. This is the part of snippet of the live stream that was sent to me. Like I said, I'm banned from his thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of the way so I can enjoy my smoke. So y'all check out this here. This is the voice of obviously a defeated person.
For all 6 of you in here, if my right knee was even 75% okay, no fucking problem beating the living dog shit out of fucking Vince Goodrum at Spanish River Park. You heard it here first, folks. If my knee was even remotely fucking 75%, I wasn't limping right now, yeah, no fucking problem. I would beat the living dog shit out of him so hard he would have to call Johnny Bravo to borrow his makeup so that he can go fucking live and go to work with a normal looking face. Now, for all 6 of you in here.
Oh boy. What a sad person. It doesn't matter if his leg was 100%. It doesn't matter if he had steel gauntlets and brass knuckles on him, you know. He does not have the aptitude, nor does he have the experience that I do whatsoever. But that's the sound of a defeated person, and from what I understand, he's losing subscribers on his little YouTube channel. Part of that is, like I said before, you can only go so far with shorts. And most people, after they look at their shorts and laugh at them, they expect to get more content from that. So, oh well. Yeah, you know, it's kind of amusing. Yeah, I'll beat the shit out of you. But if my leg was all working, you know. You know, that reminds me of what was that movie from yeah, I'll beat the shit out of you. If only my leg was all healed up. If my leg was all healed up and my dick was a little bit bigger, I'll come and beat the shit out of Vince Goodrum. No, it wouldn't be worth beating on him at this point. I've already beaten him, so. Now that that's out of the way, let's get a little music going. I'm going to light up the smoky. Y'all free to ask me any questions here. Oh, I would definitely go for his knees. It's always important to go for a weak point in a fight. The object is to win, you know. So if I know someone has a bad knee, you know, I'm going to attack that knee. Or leg, or arm, or so forth. course, most of the time you don't have knowledge as far as to what someone has, but if you have knowledge of an opponent and their general weaknesses, use it to their advantage. Use it to your advantage. You know, I could bench 500 pounds here, you know. I used to bench 500 pounds back in my 20s, but now that I'm old, I can no longer bench it. But he has no fighting experience whatsoever. Oh well. I mean, I have weak points, but that's another thing. You never disclose your weak points to anyone. Those are two compound exercises, Kazan, for supersetting bench and body pull-ups. I would actually just do shoulder presses with the bench if you're going to superset. Don't do two compound movements. That's a lot of stress on the body. That's just me, though. If you're gonna train the chest, then do bicep curls. And if you're gonna be working the triceps, you know, that's when you want to be working the back, because they complement each other. Oh no, you don't get no weapons as a corrections officer. It's all hand to hand, baby. You don't even get it in a cell extraction. The sergeants, only the sergeants get something. They get pepper spray, and that's it. And the sergeant can get one of those tear gas guns and stuff like that, but that's only in extreme situations. But no, in corrections, you can't have a weapon because it's possible the inmates can get the weapon. So, you know, this is all you get in a detention center, you know. Got to use your bare hands. But remember, bare hands are some of the strongest weapons if used correctly. You could do a lot of damage with your bare hands. I mean, we built the infrastructure with our hands. From the day when cavemen put caves together, we used our hands to pick up steel girders in order to build houses and buildings. We created tools by hand. Blacksmiths, they created hammers and axes by hand. You know? Even today in the computer age, we type with our hands. You know? Our hands built this world, so like I said, there's nothing more powerful than your hands. But as a corrections officer, that's all you get is your hands. Because it's easy to call people out on the internet, knowing that you're never going to meet them, you know. If I had a weak, I mean, I do have weak points, but I'm never going to let you guys know. Well, Lamari's not trying to fight me. He says that he can beat the shit out of me if his leg wasn't all messed up. But I'll accept that. McCuck can beat my ass, but his leg is hurt. So I guess we'll never know. Yeah, we sure did use our hands, that's for sure. Scat man. Yeah, you pick cotton with your hands too, so. And guess what? Union Regiment there, the 61st Infantry, that was the Negro infantry. We picked up muskets and shot the hell out of some people. So like I said, the hands. There's no fight offer. McCuck says he can beat my ass if his leg wasn't hurt, so hopefully that makes him feel better. So, yeah. What's my Super Bowl predictions? Probably the Chiefs. Brock Purdy's going to get hurt before the first quarter. They are going to destroy him. They're going to take him off of his legs. You're going to have a secondary quarterback probably for the Niners for the Super Bowl. And then that'll be the end of it. But they're going to hurt Purdy pretty badly. That's what I'm thinking. No, I'm not betting. But you know, there's going to be more bets this year than on the Super Bowl than anything else. And you know what? You don't have to just bet on the Super Bowl. Did you guys know that you can actually bet on what color lipstick that Taylor Swift is going to walk into the Super Bowl with? You can bet on that shit. No, I'm not a Delray misfit because I don't live in Delray. I've never worked out in Delray. So I'm definitely not a Delray misfit. I am a Get Bigger, and which is basically your ancient piss trooper. Before there was piss troopers, there was Get Biggers. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about, so. They used to call me the Soul Patrol of the Trolls. One of the corporals is black. Everyone except him. Well, that's not a nice thing to say. I guess so, Scatman. I mean, Usher's playing during halftime, you know. And I think they got Broke Malone or something like that singing. Is he singing a national? No. Reba McEntire singing the national anthem. Thank God, you know. If you're gonna sing the national anthem, always have a country singer sing it, you know. Now, the only problem I have is that they're gonna sing some fucking black national anthem. What kind of bullshit is that? You know? I'm not gonna separate myself from America. I'm a fucking American, guys. You know what I'm saying? So the only anthem I'm gonna listen to is our national anthem, you know? When you do things like the black national anthem, that's pretty much saying, hey, I'm not part of this country. I'm not part of America, you know? That's just my opinion. There should only be one anthem in this country, and that's the national anthem, the American anthem. That anthem is for everybody, not just for a particular race. Could you imagine if someone walked around and said, let's do the white national anthem? Can you imagine that? Hey, let's come up with the white national anthem. People would say that would be racist. So if that's the case, why have a black national anthem? That don't make no sense. Sorry, the great one doesn't get down with shit like that, you know. We only have one anthem in this country, and that is the national anthem. We have the Star-Spangled Banner. You pledge allegiance, and that's it. I mean, they can sing the Black National Anthem, but I sure as hell ain't listening to that shit. Fuck that. We're all Americans, folks. And the minute everyone starts recognizing that they're an American and not just a particular American, Native American, Chinese American, Asian American, Black American, we're fucking Americans, and that's it, you know? That's a problem with this country. We just want to separate each other from... Everybody wants to be separate these days. So don't ever fucking call me an African American. No, I'm just an American, you know? I was born in America. By God, I hope I die in America. I mean, if I die in Mexico, folks, you know... Hopefully they'll drag my corpse back to North Carolina. Good old Tar Heel State. Get buried out in Seaboard, North Carolina, next to my grandpappy and everyone else. In the family graveyard. No, I'm not a Swiftie. I don't know one, not even one of Taylor Swift's songs or albums. Leo ain't going nowhere. Would I date Usher? Maybe. But he's not a fucking homo, so no. Definitely wouldn't have to work for my retirement money. Taylor Swift is a billionaire. McCuck is a billion dicks. I'd probably rather date Taylor Swift. My ex-husband Scatman had a bunch of earrings, so it doesn't make no difference to me. No, I wouldn't date Big Lenny. I would hit the gym with Big Lenny and lift with them, but no, not date. I don't like Jesse Lee Peterson. I'm not a fan of his. He's sort of Uncle Tomish, you know. That's just my opinion. Yeah, my ex-husband had an eyebrow piercing. He still does. Oh, hell no, not Wes Watson. Can you imagine him in bed, just screaming, "Let's go!" No, that won't happen. No, they're not Delray misfits. Cuban could possibly be one if he actually worked out in the gym. The only people that can designate a Delray misfit would be another Delray misfit. And at no point have I heard either Big Lenny, Jay, Brad, Kalura, any of those folks ever designate anyone else as misfits. Nope, not Raven. Hodge twins are just way too political. They need to mix in their old content with their new content. I mean, it's good to have a political channel, but you can't discuss that stuff all the time, you know. Definitely not dating Sean G. Folks, let's not talk about the Black National Anthem. I mean, I want you guys to think about this for a minute. So we sing the Black National Anthem. What about the Asian National Anthem? What about the Native National Anthem? Does every race deserve a national anthem? That's and then you know what's gonna happen? There's gonna then be an LGBTQ national anthem too. Everybody's gonna want their own national anthem. But folks, again, like I said before, there's only one national anthem. Definitely not Troy Archer. No dates. Will Little John show up to the Super Bowl? If Little John shows up, quick pump, he'll be sitting in the bleachers. Those luxury suites at the Super Bowl are like $500,000 to $2 million. You know, they're completely out of range for anyone to spend. You know. You know, that's what I was gonna think next, K's and YMCA. Is Joe Biden senile? Well, let me put something to you this way. Whenever you're talking about a French president that's dead, when you get things mixed up, you know, it's not senile, but he definitely is showing his age. At the same time, I was listening to a Trump rally, and Trump actually got Nancy Pelosi mixed up with Nikki Haley, you know. So even Trump is doing the same stuff Biden is, you know. So, I mean, it's not going to affect the election whatsoever, you know. Because you got Trump that's 77 years old. You got Biden that's, I think, 80, 81 years old. We got some old motherfuckers running for office. Wouldn't date Brad, would hang out with him, though. Seems like a cool guy. No, I don't find Andrew any attraction or anything. I was never a fan of DMX. But I bet you didn't know this. We actually had, whenever I worked at the detention center, we had DMX locked up. He came in and got booked. Of course, we had to hold him in the intake cells, but he was actually there. It's amazing whenever you see a celebrity that's larger than life that actually walks into intake. They just look like a regular person. Although DMX, he was in pretty rough shape. Everyone's a superstar until they get booked into the Greenville County Detention Center. But yeah, DMX has been booked into Greenville County a couple of times. Yeah, Verizon's actually throttling my network or anything. No, I didn't see him. I was upstairs in Blue Pod at the time, Pugman. Oh, what's up, Pugman? Folks, don't forget to thank Pugman, okay? But no, I was in Blue Pod at the time when DMX came in. I mean, he was only there for... They booked him in, they put him in the intake cell, and he was booked out. I mean, it was all of about 15 minutes, Pugman. There's been a number of celebrities that's visited our the Greenville County Detention Center. I rarely worked intake. Most of the time I was either in the pods or in the old part of the prison. I also never worked Red Pod neither. But I did work mental housing. Mental housing is just as bad as Red Pod. Mental housing is where an inmate tried to kill me. In fact, actually, now that I think about it, I had 2 attempts on my life. One was in, what was it, S Block or so forth. The other one was in mental housing. I mean, we were just giving him meds and stuff like that. And the guy just fucking jumps me and tries to choke me to death. I mean, he was already in there for killing 2 people, you know, so. Yeah. He got a couple of good hits on me. You know how you get hit in the face and you see all those stars and stuff? You know, once I got my wits back, because he had caught me off surprise. I mean, he got a good couple shots on me. But I rolled him over and I started dropping them elbows like Dusty Rhodes. Remember, folks, it's not about how hard you get hit. It's how hard you hit back. Yeah, that's the one where I broke his arm. He wouldn't complain to my captain that I broke his arm, but, you know. Same thing, he tried to jump me, but that only lasted a couple of seconds because I saw him coming, Pugman. So he just got wrestled to the ground. So I don't really count. I mean, he tried to kill me the second time, but I saw that one coming, so I didn't really get hit. So... But that's one thing about, if you're going to be a corrections officer, just, you have to have the expectation that you're going to get fucked up a couple times, you know. You're going to take a few shots to the face. No joke. If you're afraid of getting hit in the face or anything like that, if you don't want piss thrown on you, you don't want shit thrown on you, if you don't want to get stabbed or shanked, it's not going to be the place you want to work at. Oh no, he gave me a love tap, Pugman. I know he didn't try to kill me, he was just trying to wound me. But it was actually an intake, I didn't actually see it. We were trying to get him down and, you know. Incidental, I don't count it. We was cool the next day. I'm like, hey man, just keep it cool and quit making weapons and shit. Yeah, I forgot I got shanked one time. It wasn't too bad. I mean, I can still remember all the metal going through and everything, but, yeah. It depends on what kind of condition. This guy was a little crazy there, Pugman, so... It's cool, you know. He didn't do much. He didn't do anything to me. It was just like a really bad paper cut. That's the best way to describe it. Yeah. How do you deal with an inmate? The key to dealing with inmates is treating them like human beings, Scatman. Talking to them, you know. The best detention officer or corrections officer is also a counselor or psychologist. That's all you need is a little psychology. I think I told you guys about Charles Harper, didn't I? Charles Harper, he went and killed 2 black people up in Spartanburg at a Church's Chicken. Yeah, I think he did kill 2 people. They gave him 115 years in prison. And he just went wild, and he only wanted to speak with me, you know. I managed to actually convince him that he would be out in about 10 years. He would get out on parole. And they're never going to let him out. But that's the power of psychology. That's the power of what you call verbal judo. You know? But the way you deal with people who don't give fucks is just talk to them. Treat everyone like human beings, you know? I mean, you're going to still get fucked up, you know? Let me see if I can still look up his information. I don't remember if he killed 2 people. Did he kill 2 people at I know he got like 100 and some years. Here it is, right here. This is his second sentencing because it was somewhat overturned. Murder and assault to intention to kill. So he was sentenced to life imprisonment for murder and 10 years imprisonment for assault to kill. This was back in 2002 because he tried to do some appeal process or so forth. But that's the guy right there. That was one wild motherfucker, that's for sure. MMA, no. No MMA. How would have I dealt with Chuck Basher? I mean, they can run their mouths in prison. Big deal. Talking is nothing in prison. You can just shut that out, you know. Prisoners talk all the time, you know. The only thing I really watch out for is when they start talking suicidal stuff. That's when you gotta worry. The ones you gotta worry about most is the ones that don't say nothing. You know what I mean? The ones that are all quiet and silent and stuff, those are the most dangerous ones. I mean, the guy that tried to kill me, he never said anything to me. He was always cool with me, you know? I didn't even see it coming from nowhere. That's just the way it is, you know. But most people that are talking a bunch of shit, they don't really do anything because you have to understand when people are just talking stuff, they're letting out their stress and frustration. A person that doesn't say anything, they're holding it in, and then it just builds up, you know. That's why you got to watch out for the quiet ones. Because the quiet ones, they have no outlet for their anger at their sentence and stuff like that, you know. A person like Chuck Basher or someone else that's yelling and screaming and stuff, they're letting out their anger so it doesn't build up. So if they're yelling and screaming, I don't pay much attention because they're generally not danger because they at least have an outlet for their violence, in other words. Well, Scat, man, I was so jacked up on steroids. And like I said, I was a lot bigger whenever I was working at detention centers than I am now. I'm pretty small compared to how big I was. Oh yes, I definitely felt like I was doing time on that job. Yeah, I watched a little bit of Oz. Yeah. I mean, most of that stuff is fake. I mean, people weren't getting raped every day. Matt Gaetz? You mean that Eddie Munster looking motherfucker? No. But that's how I was able to talk him down for. I told him that he just does. I said you got a life and 10 years for assault. So 10 years, you're gonna. I told him he was gonna come up for parole. Oh boy. Yeah, I know the politician, yeah. Yeah, those first episodes, Scatman of Oz, that taking a dump on Schillinger, the Confederate flag. All fiction. Stuff like that never happened in any prison, believe me. At least the ones that I worked at. I never worked at a maximum security prison, folks. Yeah, I remember. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. I would like for y'all to actually see a picture of him. He was a... Right now, he's in Colombia. No photos. It's impossible. Yeah, none of these is Charles Harper. Oh well. I guess he's in Colombia now. You know, these are things I've not looked up in quite some time, folks. Kay Carson? I've never heard of that person. Let's take a look at him. Well, she's a woman, so no... Oh, wait a minute. You asked me to rate her. Sorry. She looks a little beat up, but at least it's all natural. I would give her a 7. Because it is a natural look. She's not putting on any makeup, so... If you imagine her with makeup or so, she wouldn't look too bad. Oh, hell no, I would never work in a Supermax. That's crazy. I mean, you got to think about it. The Supermax, and there's only one left. Those are the most dangerous. I mean, you're dealing with the most dangerous people. Troll, gang, prison rape rarely happens, at least around where I live. Most of them just give it up there. So, but we'll talk about that another time. You have to understand that this is the modern. This is. I mean, even in 2000, it's still pretty modernized. The stuff that used to happen years ago, no. Now remember, most of the time I worked in a jail. The detention center was a jail, so for the most part, people weren't trying to get themselves in trouble because they had cases. So if they went and got themselves into a fight, it would affect what kind of sentence that they were in there to begin with. Now, once they got sentenced, okay, then you may have a problem. What's the fastest I've ever ran 2 miles? 15 minutes. I'm a horrible runner. I don't want to imagine working in a max. I wouldn't be qualified for it. First off, I wouldn't be qualified to work in a maximum security prison. That requires a lot of training. Or at least it used to require it. Nowadays, a lot of these prisons are privatized. And with privatized prisons, you imagine getting paid $10 to go deal with that shit? Fuck that. I'm betting on the Chiefs. I think they're going to knock out. Brock Purdy is not going to make it through the first quarter. I think they're going to fuck him up pretty bad. They're going to do nothing but blitzes on him. 4-man rushes. They're just going to put him out of the game. I mean, the only real weapon that they only got 2 weapons for San Francisco. That's Purdy and McCaffrey, and that's it. Oh, by the way, folks, speaking of which, speaking of celebrities, if you guys are wanting to buy any Brock Lesnar shirts, you better get them now. They are on discount, folks. Because Brock Lesnar is going to be being erased, excuse me. Once they sell out all of his merchandise, he's gone. You're thinking Dak Prescott as far as Theismann is concerned, KCB. You know, it's great how medicine has came a long way from 30 years ago when Theismann got his leg run over by Lawrence Taylor. Similar injuries, but Dak Prescott came back in like 2 years or so. Well, I react to the link usually at 10 o'clock or whenever I finish my cigar. So once I finish my cigar, we'll start doing the reaction videos. Like I said, we're going back to the original format, and we're no longer doing reaction videos on Earl Grey Tuesday or Soul Pole Saturday. He was apparently, based on those text messages, part of those shenanigans that Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis was involved in. There's going to be a lot of other wrestlers that's going to be out it pretty soon. Lawrence Taylor's a horrible person. He went and fucked an underage girl. Even though he didn't know you can always tell if it's a 15-year-old girl. You know what I'm saying? LT's garbage. Anyone sleeps with an underage girl, that's garbage. Fuck him. You have 25,000 on Detroit. Oh yes, I've used every single piece of Nautilus equipment out there, Quick Pump, because that's what used to be at Coop. That's what's at Coop's Fitness, where I used to train at a long time ago. All of that's nothing but Nautilus, but of course they've now replaced it with Hammer Strength. There's not much Nautilus equipment anymore. Most of the stuff is being replaced by Hammer Strength. Lawrence Taylor needed to be in prison. He's very lucky. The only time I've ever slept with someone that was underage was when I was underage. Just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is. If you're going to be with a 15-year-old, you better be 15 years old. That's just my opinion. But you're talking about someone that's close to 60 up there sleeping with some 15-year-old girl. No. Should have known better. He should have checked the mileage on that pussy there. That thing should have been stretched. If it ain't stretched, then you don't fetch. Well, the stock scam I can get over, KCB, but just not the underage shit. You could be there's a lot of stars that are in football. Like O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson was a great running back. Possibly one of the greatest of all time, but you know what happened next, right? A great football player does not translate to a great person in real life. What's my favorite natural disaster? That's a weird question, Scatman. I don't have one. Natural disasters are very horrible. The only natural disasters I could think of is the natural disasters in the WWF. That was typhoon and earthquake. Those are the only natural disasters I like. KCB, it doesn't matter. Once you sleep with an underage girl, you're shit to me. You're dead. Did OJ do it? Of course he did it. Yes, only one Sean G video. Yeah, Reggie White was alright, but he had a lot of, he definitely had CTE, that's for sure. He used to say some crazy stuff. Do I remember what I was doing during the OJ verdict? I know I was working at Montgomery Ward at the time. No, I don't quite remember. I do remember a lot of angry white people running around in Asheville. And I remember black people celebrating and shit. And I'm like, nigger, why are you up there celebrating that kind of shit for? Even if he didn't do it, you don't celebrate someone getting off for murder. I mean, at the end of the day, someone got fucking murdered, you know? That's not funny, KCB. That's not cool. We are all with McMahon. Obviously there's going to be a movement. I think it's a bowel movement there, Athens. Well, I'm black. I can get away with saying the N-word. How do I celebrate Black History Month? I don't. Black History is 365 days a year. You're always supposed to know about your heritage. If you're a Scot, you should know about your Scottish heritage. You should know about your Irish heritage. Everyone should know about their heritage there, Scatman. Do I celebrate Kwanzaa? No. Do I drop the N-word in public? Sometimes. It really depends on who I'm talking to. They don't allow people like Frank Tufano to join the Amish. And the Amish is not something you actually join. Oh, I love the movie From Dusk to Dawn. That's an awesome movie. Yeah. You know what? The one that I like most there, Quick Pump, was Basic Instinct. When she was up there crossing her legs and stuff there. Basic Instinct was awesome. I love redheads there, Andy. But redheads, they can't say the N-word. I love redheads. No, he was white, Nordic. Nordic in particular. Now, my last boyfriend was Asian, but yeah. But he's working on robotics and engineering in Washington, D.C. Really smart guy. Yeah, Jack Nicholson was a awesome actor, especially in Batman. The comments. Oh, it is a Q&A, so you know you expect what you expect. Yeah, Dust to Dawn is always one of the best movies. Have you ever seen someone you had an issue with in public? Oh, yes, plenty of people. Especially at gay clubs. Gay clubs can be quite catty. A lot of catty little bundle of sticks. You always see a bunch of people in different groups in different corners and stuff. You know, one time I had one white guy up there walk up to me directly without me even saying nothing to him. I'm talking to my friends. He says, I don't date blacks, you know. He was drunk. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you know. You know, some of the most racist people I've ever encountered were gay white men. I kid you not, the most racist people I've ever encountered that's actually called me nigger was gay white men, you know. And I think the reason being is they think because they consider themselves marginalized that they can go and be racist towards everyone else. But yeah, there's nothing more racist than a gay white man. Have I ever had two guys catfight over me? No. I do remember one time there was a guy that I was dating at the time, and he lived in 6'9". He lived in Chesney, excuse me. Let's just say Chesney, because 69er is just an old word for Chesney, South Carolina. He went on a date with this older guy. He was in his 40s. At that time, I was 20, by the way. And he saw me and said, "What's up?" And he decided to go home with me. I mean, the guy was a little upset and came over to me, but what was he gonna do? He was small and I was huge. Fuck him, you know? So, you guys know what happened, you know. Stuff happened and I made, no, I didn't make breakfast for him. We went out to McDonald's, you know. I'll tell you one thing, sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffin slaps after you slap. KCB, I've seen that happen before at clubs where two guys would be fighting over a twink before. I mean, they would literally come to blows outside in the parking lot of the castle. And a lot of times, either at the castle or 621. 620, there was a little bar, 621. Usually it had more, it was a small, janky looking bar. A lot of times it had way more people there than at the castle. And you see, they had it was a little shack, had a dirty swimming pool in there. But outside, there was a gravel parking lot, a big one. But right past that parking lot was a wooded area. And whenever I was walking back to my car, you would see guys going up in those woods and stuff. One time I actually decided to look back up there, and when you look back up there in the wooded area, you would see hundreds and hundreds of used condoms. It was just straight nasty. But yeah, the 621 was on 621 Airport Road. That's why it was called that. It curves around. It's now an empty lot at that time, but yeah. The castle didn't have a back. People would still be screwing in the back, right behind the building and stuff, but 621, they had a wooded area, so all sorts of stuff happened back there. Yeah, Maroon, you can't play the Putin stuff because it's copyrighted. Yeah, I think Michael Keaton was the best Batman. Well, sometimes I go back to it there, Scatman. But sometimes I don't get to it because I get into a story when someone asks a question. I like 620. I like 621. That was an awesome bar. The castle was pretty big and everything, but that little bar, it was just straight awesome. There was the bar area. You come in on Sunday, they had Queer as Folk playing, or they would have porn playing on the TV sets, gay porn, mostly that Motorcycle Village people shit, and stuff. They also had a pool table. So when you used to walk into 621. There was a check-in station. You walk in, and it was a bar. There was TVs hanging up over the area. There was a side, and when you walk down at the end, there was a pool table, and then the 2 bathrooms were on the other side. And then if you walk in the back, there was a clearing to where you can walk around, and the swimming pool was in the. It was filled at one time, but they stopped using it. One time they had some real dirty water in there, and these 2 queers was up there fighting. And this other one, he picked them up, sort of like Ultimate Warrior, and just threw them in that dirty water. I think that was Burrell, actually. Yeah, that was Burrell that got thrown in that dirty ass water. Real nasty stuff. And usually it was not kept full, but it was raining for the past couple of days. So whenever it rains, it usually gets filled up until they decide to drain it. They got tossed in that real nasty stuff. Troll Zone, just like any other bar, they'll be around as long as another bar is. The bar in Scandals is now broken up into 4 different bars. Honestly, I don't know what's necessary at this point, Troll Zone, because I don't go to clubs and bars. I haven't been in years. I really haven't. I've not been in a gay club in like maybe 3 or 4 years. And part of the reason being is because I'm about to turn, in a couple of years, I'll be 50. So if I go into a club or something, mostly that's going to have young folks there, And I don't want to be that creepy old guy that's looking at, so. No, I wouldn't date Scott Burrell. Well, none of these bars had glory holes. Now, I will say that I did fuck someone in 621 in the bathroom. I will admit to that. I will say I fucked the dude, bent him over on the sink, and I pounded his keister after he sucked me off there, I ran into a couple of bodybuilders at the bar. But hey, who hasn't screwed in a bar before? I screwed a woman at a rave one time. This was a biological woman. I screwed her in her car, And the key to screwing someone in a car, you don't really need to get in the back seat. What you do, you get in the front seat. You have the seat there. You position them in a doggy style position across the seat. Makes it a whole lot easier. Oh, come on, Ben. Everyone has screwed someone at a club. Everyone has screwed someone in the club. Once my cigar's done, we'll start doing reaction videos. I would never date that racist piece of crap dub. Well, Spartans weren't gay. They just had some companionship, you know, to get their rocks off. Because women weren't going off into battle, so, you know, somebody had to give up a little ass, you know. I guess they called them apprentices, little twink, which is apprentice in Spartan terms is just another word for twink. We'll see, but there definitely won't be any Larry Wheels videos. Alright, folks, we're at the end of the cigar, so remember, guys, make sure you twist, not jab. So let's get on with the reaction videos. Let's get the music off. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got a lot of good stuff from KCB, so let's see what we got here first. Now, Verizon's throttling my service for some odd reason. So if it starts cutting out, just don't mind. I got to see why Verizon's doing that to me for.
Simon, be like as discreet as possible.
They say the larger our group is, the more likely we are to draw negative attention.
Sí, nomás queremos que sea discreto y si pues van a grabar en la cámara, pues no sé si me puedan borrar la cara. Sí, por favor.
Sí.
Porque no vaya a ocurrir algo mal. Pero pues bueno, vamos a darle, ¿no? ¿Quieren la experiencia?
Vince makes some pretty serious accusations. The first vid is just a short.
He's just falling apart, and that's basically due to the vegan diet there, you know. But even with that...
Falling apart, but I keep getting bigger and stronger. Okay.
No, you're getting bigger and fatter. You know. Partially, it is the vegan diet, but the other thing is it's this unhealthy diet in particular. Like I said, I told... Now, just to let you guys know that this video I shot in 2022, this was about 2 years ago. This is part of my Purple Flame Classics. I told him he needs to contract someone like Tory Washington, a vegan that actually knows what he's doing there.
I mostly eat tofu and sweet potatoes, so what is unhealthy about tofu and sweet potatoes?
Because at this point in time, it's looking pretty... There's nothing unhealthy about tofu and sweet potatoes, but you got to eat other foods along with it. You know, again, beans are not a complete protein source. It doesn't have a complete amino acid profile. Bad. Yes, Gallagher's act was to smash watermelons.
This is Vince telling me this. A guy who's obese. Possibly morbidly obese. And he's telling me that I don't know how to diet. Okay.
What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Sunday afternoon. The reason for the video is I have a message from my dear cousin, Vegan Gains. Now, first off, I'm going to tell you to shut the fuck up and listen, because you have absolutely no explanation whatsoever for what you have done. And that is giving away an animal, okay? Now...
We gave away Mai because she was hyperactive. She just needed more exercise and stuff. And
Of course it needed more exercise because you're cooped up in that little apartment, you know. He should have moved out 2 years ago. If he's going to have so many animals, they need to have space. So it didn't have anxiety issues. It just wanted to go out, and your ass was too lazy to take it outside, you know. Even in an apartment, you could have, you know, a dog such as that, you know, it needs to be walked outside on a regular basis. And Richard knew that whenever he purchased it, whenever he got the dog. So, I mean, again, that's on him.
And we found a family that had a bigger property, had another dog that was the same breed as her, and it might actually be her brother. It might actually have been from the same litter. And it looks like she's happy
Oh, Ben, I do have some safety fat, but no, I'm definitely not morbidly obese.
now. She mostly spends her time outside, rarely ever comes indoors, and she just runs around all day in this big backyard.
You have preached for the past couple of years that your animals are your babies, they're like your children and stuff like that. And, you know, I've already ignored the fact that you've already given away one dog, but this year, I believe, is your second dog that you've decided to give away. Obviously, they're not your children, you know, because you don't give away children.
Yeah, so you would give away children if your primary concern was for them to have the best life they possibly can. So if they'd have a better life living with somebody else, yeah, you probably would give away your...
The thing about it is as an animal owner, you are responsible for giving that animal a better life, which my cousin could have at any time. If he are, you know, whenever you get a pet, you're going to automatically know what's required in order to take care of a pet, you know. So again, he shouldn't have got the pet to begin with.
children.
He just got it because he wanted it. It was a vanity issue. You know, he didn't treat the animal. He didn't treat his dog like a regular. He didn't treat it like his baby. He didn't treat it like his children. He won't admit to it. And what was the reason why you got rid of the dog? Because it was having an anxiety issue.
No, that was Lucy. This dog wasn't having an anxiety issue. She was just hyperactive.
Do you know why it was having an anxiety issue? Because it's cooped up in that little tiny apartment with a bunch of other animals. And
she wasn't having an anxiety issue.
I told you years ago that you... Yes, it was. It was anxiety issue, hyperactivity. You know, I don't live at your house. But, you know, I still nailed down the fact that it needed room to play. Much like your other animals and the stank-ass rabbits and stuff. Rabbits have no business being in anyone's home. They need to be outside. They're outdoor animals. They're not even pets, really. You needed to move out into a home with an open field for all those little animals and those stank-ass rabbits and stuff.
Okay, cool. Give me $1 million, then I can afford a home in Canada.
Bullshit. Homes in Canada. There's plenty of homes that he could got. Not only that, since he says he's making about $10,000 a month, you know, that's not even a factor again. Lies. All lies.
Yeah.
You failed to do so. So here we are again to where you're once again giving away your...
Let's see. Dodo donates $2.
Like you, my TikTok...
Power slap is a fuck.
Well, I'm reacting to my cousin, and not only that, this is my video. Anyway that he's reacting to, so it doesn't fall under those rule guidelines.
Our right gateway. Interesting. Okay, we'll react to that. Thanks for that donation, Dodo.
Children, as you call it, you know. There was no reason for you whatsoever to give away your dog, you know. And you should.
Okay, this is just fucking retarded. He does.
Yeah, it's retarded because you've already played the video before you even reacted to it. Dumb fuck. Houses in Canada costing $1 million. They got mobile homes in Canada, so you just need land.
Beef boy
Here's a little Frank Tofano here. Let's see.
is back because today we are making the Flying Dutchman burger, which has been a viral sensation for the past few weeks. It's from In-N-Out Burger, a popular West Coast burger chain, and it's simply a burger using onions.
Yeah, he's a cross-eyed monster for sure. So Let's go ahead and continue watching a cross-eyed monster make a Flying Dutchman.
As the bun. So you take 2 thick slices of onion, put a patty in between, and there's other accoutrements and different ways people do it. And I never actually tried In-N-Out, even when I was in California. Maybe I'll have to go poop my pants and try it out next time, huh? But this is going to be a high-quality version. So although we're basically using the same ingredients, there's going to be a few tips here and there, and basically it's going to make it something that you can eat every day on a consistent basis if you wanted to. Although I prefer regular bread, burger buns now in my diet, but you could still do it this way. Now excuse my childish humor, but I had to do it. We got the 2 onions, the meat, and the cheese.
And shameless promotion of his products.
He's on the tip. I mean, to me it was too funny not to do, but that's where my mind's at today, guys. I need some help. So we got the biggest organic onions from the bag at the grocery store. They only had organic yellow onions, so that's what we had at Wegmans. So hopefully we get some nice slices out of there. I forgot to bring home the best burger blend from Frankie's Free Range Meat. Thankfully, I had some local 9010 in the fridge. Might not turn out as tasty, but it's still okay. And also I had a chunk of leftover American cheddar. We do have about half the cheeses on stock on the meat website. We actually just brought back all the Amish cheeses restocked today if you guys do want to put cheese on your burger. What we're doing differently is I'm going to use our beef stock concentrate that we have to slowly simmer the onions, because I think it's going to be really greasy if you fry these onions in oil, but we'll see how that turns out. And if you do need to put a little oil like we will for the burger so it doesn't stick, you can use beef tallow, Wagyu tallow. These are a little beefy, redundantly. So I sometimes like using a neutral coconut oil because it doesn't add too much extra flavor. It doesn't taste like it's super greasy and heavy. And whether you want to use salt or Frankie's steak seasoning, it will turn out delicious either way, but the steak seasoning is definitely going to give it a nice kick.
That's way too many ingredients for a burger with 2 onions on it.
Onion, garlic, and mushroom. You can really put this on anything. I love it on potatoes. I haven't sharpened my knives recently, so I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but I will try my best.
You can't really do a timestamp for a cooking recipe.
So a sharp knife, go gently.
But I've sped it up so it won't take so long.
But forcefully down the entire onion. Kind of cutting the end off there. I would say this piece is maybe...
This is something I learned from Vegan Gains to speed up these videos, so it seems to be working.
Half an inch thick. So this is pretty good, but it's the most nerve-wracking thing about this recipe is keeping these onions together like this. I'm sure there's some chef techniques you could use, maybe even freeze them. But when we go to cook this, it's probably just gonna fall apart. And I'm sure the freshness of the onion has a lot to do with how well it sticks together when you're cutting it. Now this onion is oddly shaped, but actually looks like it would work a lot better for this recipe because you can get maybe 2 or 3 burgers out of this one. Onions are really pungent, so you could cut a thicker slice, but even 2 thin slices of onion like this, I feel like are way too much for the burger. Like from just a flavor perspective. Outer ring, you don't even really have to peel off; it just comes off itself. Scraps, chop this up, use it for whatever recipe you want. I still have not bought a cheese grater, so I can just microplane this. Okay, so again, this is the local ground beef we have on Frankie's Free Range Meat. Really, just any ground beef. So we took 3 chunks of beef off the 1 pound, and we're just gonna roll them up into balls and put them on a dry, clean towel. Or if you got some dirty Spanish girls, have them wipe themselves with a towel before you put the burgers on them, or hey, dirty Spanish boys, to each their own. Now you can form these into patties, but it's a little easier to just do smash burger style where you smush them into the pan. So a little powder of our steak seasoning on each side, then a little bit of salt. You can season in the pan too, doesn't really matter. All right, so our prep work is done. We have our onion slices, our burger balls, and our cheese. We're gonna turn on 2 pans, one for the onions and one for the burgers. In the back pan, we're gonna put some of our beef broth. You guys can see this is very gelatinous. This is the highest quality beef stock that is available online. Frankie'sFreeRangeMeat.com. Nothing else like it on the market.
Why do you need beef stock for beef?
Frank's eyes are fucked up, May.
Lamar Thompson with a $3 donation. You damn right his eyes are all fucked up. He can have more surgery, but it'll just get even worse. But again, thanks for the donation, Lamar.
And then here I'm just going to use the coconut oil. Right away I'm just going to put these onions in the pan. I'm going to cover this to kind of steam them and cook them quicker. We don't want to really boil this. We just want a moderate, gentle simmer, cooking them mediumly. Mediumly, is that a word? Now I'm not going to really do smash burgers because I want these to be a little thicker and to be rare in the middle, but this is kind of the technique that you can use for them. So you have the ball of meat, you put it in a very, very, very hot pan. This pan might not be hot enough for smash burgers, but we're doing it anyway. And then you take your spatula and you smash it down with a dowel or something. Now, the difference between This and a smash burger is smash burger. You go all the way as hard as possible. This what I did here is just a regular. Just a regular burger. I'm gonna try to make these about.
One thing I can at least give to Frank Tufano is that he knows how to properly cook. I mean,
as thick as the onions. See, look at that. I accidentally flipped it, but because we dried that patty out in the towel and the pan's pretty hot, literally caramelized in 5-10 seconds.
that is the correct way to cook a burger, by the way.
You want to try to go a little bigger than the onion because they do shrink when they cook, but I don't think we're going to cook these that much. Smell amazing with that steak seasoning on them. So basically one side caramelized 10-15 seconds, flip them over, turn the heat off, take them off the heat. We can move these onions to the front burner. Looks like they steamed up a bit. The steam's like coming out. Like a little onion volcano, that's pretty cool.
I've listened to some of Vegan Definition. He's a moron. He's almost as bad as my cousin.
Not good for the purpose of our recipe, but looks pretty cool. All right, now the real question is...
Yeah, I agree, Bud.
Without ruining them. What if we just go under it, hold the fork down, and flip? Okay, that's somewhat reasonable, bro. Honestly, like, who wants to do this shit? Like, come on, like, look. I was so gentle, and I'm still playing piece to onion together, and I can't tell if this piece flipped over or not. Like, is that like that or that? Okay, that looks like it goes like that. I'm playing puzzle pieces with an onion while the rest of them are overcooking. Like, this is why recipes like this. This is why you're supposed to just make bread and have bread with your burger instead of being a freaking liver failure ketogenic freakazoid. All right, that one's gonna stay like that because I'm about to overcook the recipe. It's not easy, boys. It's not easy. It's a fucking onion.
1800.
Oh yes, the 1800 tequila. Yeah, that was you know, I've had that tequila before. I think I showed you guys earlier on, but Lamar had a he had that bomb ass light up bottle. But again, thanks for the donation, Lamar.
It's not meant. Well, I mean, to be fair, this outer layer we should have probably taken off anyway. I feel like this would be really good between two slices of bread, you know? All right, well, we got them flipped over. It looks like our beef stock is kind of evaporated. So I'm just gonna put a little water in here. You can put a little more beef stock, but it's up to you. We're gonna season these onions with some salt.
I think the reason why they fell apart is because he had them soaking in that beef stock instead of just frying them up.
Before we forget. So now instead of having a greasy onion, you will have a wet onion. Since you're poaching these in beef stock, you're kind of like diluting the onion flavor a bit. You're taking some of that sharpness, some of that bite out of the onion. I don't think more than a few minutes on each side is going to be necessary for this. Honestly, I bet you this would taste good even with a raw onion. If it was like thin enough, it'd be good, raw onion. So we're just going to take our burgers out of the pan and right onto the onions. A little cheese on one of them. All right, we made it this far. Maintain our patience, maintain our patience, and finish up the video without having a conniption, Frank. Fuck, dude. I need a Native American girl with like lifelong artistic fingers to do these recipes for me. You know, she's been like stitching bison leather her whole life. That's what I need. You know, guys, I always forget, like, sometimes I have my arm here and my arm's in focus the whole time, so you guys can't see what I'm doing, which is very...
He just spends too much time, Lamar, talking about Israel and Palestine. And that his opinion about Palestine and Israel is just pretty bad. But I always tell people just to stay away from that unless you are Muslim or Jewish or so. I think he's just in the wrong avenue, you know.
Amateur hour of me, but since I can only muster up the...
And not only that, he's Vegan Definition, he's talking about something that's been going on for over 70 years, so... Even before I was born, so, yeah. He doesn't know what he's talking about that situation, neither.
The energy to do a cooking video every month now. I always forget to fix it. Looks pretty good. I don't think the cheese might not be completely melted on that, but I also think we should have put cheese underneath too. Yeah, I would put probably cheese underneath and on top. That'd be a little better, but there's no way I'm disassembling this at this point. You guys want to come on a little field trip with me? Oh, can you see him? I don't think... Can you see him? One of our little mouse friends. Guys, there's like 8 of them in there. I'm not joking. I think there's literally 8 mice in here. You might get scared when I move stuff.
It's good that rats are living with rats, but, yeah, okay.
Oh. But I think there's so many of them in there at this point that they all can't be burrowed. So we'll give him a little cheese. Or them a little cheese. I bet you there's 15 of them down there now. All right, back to business. And that that juice in there, onion and beef broth, probably liquid gold. I'm not gonna pour it on these because they're already so juicy and messy, but if you had a regular burger like a sane person, you would definitely want to drink this. All right, I'm gonna do a quick little taste test for you guys. I would sit down to have lunch, but it's actually 6:30 p.m. It's dinner time, so I'm gonna finish this video and then get the rest of my food that I normally have, just some bread and white bean puree. So we'll try the plain one first. And the plain one is something I could actually eat on my regular diet right now. Ooh, it's so hot. It's so hot. I'm surprised it hasn't completely fallen apart, but it wants to fall apart. That outer ring of onion, I think you gotta take an extra one off. Bro, what's the point of these things? One bite, and now you have ground beef with sauteed onions. Like, what is this? You take, guys, if you plan on eating this, don't put it down after you take one bite out of it. And I gotta eat this with a fork and knife. I was like, this is such a dumb recipe. This is gonna be such a pain to do with the onions. They stay together like this, but as soon as you take a bite out of it and break the onion ring matrix, it's ruined. The outer's so stringy, it doesn't fall apart. I'm burning my hands. It's pretty tasty though. But see, if you don't put it down, you're kind of okay. Kind of. Still not great. Still a mess.
Yeah, it's a big fail there, Pugman, simply because he soaked that stuff in beef tallow.
I think poaching the onion in the beef broth is the way to go. It stays moist. It adds a nice beefy flavor. It's not overpowering. Now we can try the cheese one. I mean, obviously, yeah. Cheese is a little more enjoyable. You know what? Let's give you guys a bonus. Let's get some bread. Like, why not just have a plain burger, right? Can we even put this on the bread now that it's falling apart? It's just patty and onions, dude.
All right, I've had enough of him playing with his food, so... I mean, Frank Tofano knows how to cook, but I guess I think the issue is that, you know, him being in the culinary business there and stuff, I think he just overthought that recipe. But something like that I would probably cook in a quick grill.
All right, come on.
Let's see here. What do we got? Yeah, we can do this here.
I'm live on here this morning. Talk about my coins a little bit. July 17th, 1862 fractional currency. We made 3-cent note, 5-cent note, 15-cent note, 25-cent note, 50-cent note from the hoarding of the gold and silver and copper. They made those all the way up to February 15th, 1876. Morning goods. And then they made that a 6102 executive order banning all gold.
We saw this last week? Yeah, we did see that last week. Let me see what date that is. Yeah, we already saw this one. We saw that last week, actually, in fact. That's the one where he said, forget your mints. Okay, thanks for letting me know. All right, Lamar with a $3 donation. Let's see what we got here. $20.04. Oh yeah, this is the 1800 video. All right.
It's been in, which is good, but it's like it's more sugar than anything.
I think I got a little earlier, but that's cool. I think Jane did the right thing. She did the only thing for Janoy. Janoy needed to be shut down after what he did.
See, this is a rowdy tequila. This is a rowdy tequila. Anytime you
Lamar's taking good care of me tonight.
Even the bottle I had with all the lights on it, right? This shit'll get you rowdy. This will have you fighting. This will have you slapping motherfuckers. Getting motherfuckers together. Always remember that, guys. Always remember that, guys. Rah.
Yeah, that's I don't like the Rapazzo 1800. They got another one. I can't remember the name of it there. It's just a different brand of tequila. But that is some really good stuff. So you guys got to check out Lamar's live streams and his reaction videos. I mean, he's doing a good job. So Lamar, keep doing what you're doing, you know. That's the thing about when someone asks me about how do I start a live stream, you just got to be yourself, folks, you know, and do your own thing. I remember the first time Lamar actually started out streaming and stuff. And like I said, it was a little rough, but you getting the hang of it now there, Lamar. You getting the hang of it now. So y'all check out Lamar's channel. The only thing you got to do there, Lamar, and I've told you this before, you got to start scheduling your stuff. You got to let people know when you're coming on, you know. And if you have a specific schedule, not so much as a major one, you don't have to have the same schedule every week like I do. But if you have a schedule on it, you know, you're going to have more people because they're going to know you're up there posting. But again, thanks for the donation there. Let's see here. What's this? First off, he's not the right complexion to be calling someone a nigger, but yeah, once I saw the mullet, I figured he would be the one that started the fight. People with mullets always seem to start fights these days. Then the whore jumps in.
Little boy, hey, little boy, hey, little boy. No, fuck. Little boy,
no,
hey,
fuck
little
that.
boy. Little boy.
No, hell no. I ain't done shit. I ain't done shit. Give me first, right? Give me the first.
Is that your
No,
seat?
no, fuck
Is
that.
that your seat?
Fuck that. Give me first, right? No, fuck that.
Did he hit him first?
Hey, hey.
Let's play it again. I guess he did hit him first.
Little boy, hey, little boy, hey, little boy.
No, fuck.
Little boy,
No,
hey,
fuck
little
that.
boy. Little boy.
No, hell no. I ain't done shit. I ain't done shit. Give me first, right? Give me the first.
Is that your
You know, he's going to get raped in prison acting like that. He did hit him first, but, you know, he was up there talking reckless. Both of them were pretty drunk, so they're both in the wrong. Oh, well. Music's kind of gay.
Hey everybody, it's a toothless pathological liar here. Fake Merc melted candle, welfare recipient, dog killer, dildo enthusiast.
I swear to God, this guy really does sound like Hemingway.
And, you know, today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Okay, I wanted to do something a little bit I'm a silver tier partner with YouTube. All y'all saw that video a while back, a couple years back. I reached 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I got the silver play button, which I still have, guys. I didn't sell it for methamphetamine. guys. Goodness really. YouTube videos, guys. It's just more evidence for the FBI. They're looking into all this. Law enforcement is involved. Okay, but let's unlock all those numbers that are calling me and texting me. I'll actually walk the dog. Get some of that GPPN. And then, I'll have to clean up a little bit more puke when we get that. It's really not a problem. Work around for a couple hours, delete comments, maybe practice a guitar, practice some ZZ Top, AC/DC, guys. And I'd like to speed up the footage. I lied about being an honors jazz, guys. So what I have to do is I have to speed up the footage just to make it look like I'm a little bit faster than I really am. And I'll file a couple more FBI reports. Maybe draw my eyebrows on. If you guys look at my videos, my eyebrows have been looking really good lately. That's because I bought an eyebrow pencil, right? Ladies love a big dump truck ass and thick drawn-on eyebrows. I don't cite my fucking sources, but every woman in Texas loves a man with a thick dump truck ass and drawn-on eyebrows. Okay? Just a simple reality, ads. Typically after that, this is kind of personal, but I'll stretch my ass out with a 12-inch purple dildo for prostate health. It also has stress relief properties. I'm a Masters 2 lifter, guys. I'm about to be 48, 49, 50. Yes, I'm about to be 50 years old. I'm almost in my 50s, deadlifting 600 pounds on camera with fake plates. I need stress relief. I need recovery, right? So that's when I break out the purple dildo. And I stretch myself out, guys. It is what it is. But it is my personal life. Just remember, it is strictly for prostate health, guys. Every now and then I have to mix my steroids together. I order them from China. I just gotta mix them together and inject them. Alright, guys. I hope it's been informative. I'll talk to you guys next time.
He's got his voice down pretty good. Oh boy. Let's load this next one up here. And I'll be right back. Gotta take a piss, folks. All right, folks. Let's go ahead and play the next video. And this is the only Sean G video we're going to play tonight. I like that speed up function. It gets me through stuff a little quicker.
All right, y'all, what's up, man? You wash my hands. What's going on? Gonna cook some, what am I gonna make today? I gotta see what I'm gonna make, man. Hold up. Let me see what I'm gonna make. Let me get my frying pan. I got the cast iron joint. This is my jar of bacon grease.
Just plain disgusting bacon grease. Ew.
So whenever I cook bacon, I save the...
Yes, that's the same guy, Maroon, that did the house tour. He's going to have a lot of subscribers, that's for sure. He's got a great channel going.
Grease, so I don't have to use margarine or I was using coconut oil at one point. You know, back in the day, my mother used to use Crisco. You remember Crisco? My mother used to use Crisco. So let's turn that on, get that bacon grease going. Let's dry our hands. What am I gonna make, man? Let's go in the refrigerator. Let's see what we got in the refrigerator to make. All right, so we got a bunch of eggs. I keep a bunch of eggs.
What the fuck is that? What is this?
Look at that right there. Angus for stew meat. I think I'm gonna make these pork chops though. I think I'm gonna make these pork chops.
Oh man, let me rewind this.
Eggs. Look at that.
Hold on.
So let's turn that on, get that bacon grease going. Let's dry our hands. What am I gonna make, man? Let's go in the refrigerator. Let's see what we got in the refrigerator to make.
Does anyone know what that is? He's got some piss in here. I guess it's like a little mini bathroom or...
All right, so we got a bunch...
What is that? Oh, that's a half of a pineapple. And he has a little slice of cucumber right here. He's got a... What the fuck is wrong with this one?
Bunch of eggs. I keep a bunch of eggs. Look at that right there. Angus for stew meat. I think I'm gonna make these pork chops though. I got the pineapple there, little tuna fish, all my juices. You understand? Eggs. All right, so I think we're gonna make these. Pork chops, man. So let's put that right there. Let's put y'all back right here. Then I'm gonna have to probably make something else with it. Hold on, y'all gotta make sure I got y'all right here. All right, so there we go. So let's make something else with it. What should I make? This is gonna really be for Sean, man. Let's make some black-eyed peas, man. Let's make some black-eyed peas. All right, so we got the black-eyed peas. So we're gonna make some black-eyed peas with it. Let's get our pot, rinse it out, rinse off the top of the black-eyed peas. I got my can opener. Look at my can opener. I got the old school joint. You understand? Because I'm an old school nigga. I grip it with my hand.
It's amazing how someone can talk about a can opener, of all things. It's just a can opener. You don't need to have a conversation or discussion as far as the history of a can opener.
I open my cans with my hand. Check it out. Boom! Just turn that joint. See what I'm saying? You got them strong forearms like that.
And what the fuck is up with people saying joint? It's not a joint. It's a can and a can opener. Cut out the joint stuff.
Do that. So let's put the black-eyed peas in there. Look at the black-eyed peas, man. Black-eyed peas. Well, look at the black-eyed peas, man. All right, so we got the black-eyed peas in there. Y'all come on up out of there. Put a little water in there to get all of the juice out. All right, so our joint is that bacon grease getting all around. So this is how I lubricate my pan. Let's turn the black-eyed peas on. Put them on low. I cook them on low. I cook my black-eyed peas. All my beans and stuff, I cook real slow. Move. So I cook real slow, you understand? So I put it on low, put the top on there, throw this can up. Okay, see that grease popping, so let's turn so the fire too hot. So let me get my top, put a move on it. We'll put my top on there, rinse it off. I see you, homeboy, see? You turn that off because that's popping like that. Put that top on there. So we got our pork chops here. Open them joints up. I might cook the other ones too, man. But Sean eat all of these. Sean get big, man. He eating like that, man. That nigga eat a whole pack of, let's get some onions. Let's put some onions in there. See my onion, where my onion at? Hold up, get my onion, there you go. Alright, so I got my onion. Onion head. So let's rinse it off and sit in the refrigerator. It's clean though, because I'm clean.
Well, I'll give him that he's cooking at home, but he's cooking some of the most expensive meat out there. No waste of money.
Cut our onion up. Check me out how I'm cutting my onion up. You see how I'm cutting it up? See, I cut my onion up better than you. I cut my onion up better than the way you cut yours up. That's why my onions taste better than yours. So I'm gonna put a little onions in the black-eyed peas, and we definitely gonna put some onions in the frying pan for the pork chops. Check me out. Put that in there. I know how to cook, man.
When I make black-eyed peas, I throw a little fat bat in it. But then again, I don't cook up black-eyed peas anymore. I hadn't cooked up black-eyed peas in like over a decade.
My mother taught me how to cook when I was young, man. Because I grew up as an only child. I grew up as a latchkey child. When I came home, my mother wasn't there. It was just me. Put that pork chop in there. I got the dope pork chop in there. So we throw the plastic out, recycle. All right, so we got the pork chops. Now she'll put the other ones in there. I got another pack. But I'll probably just let Sean eat that. Because he gonna eat that. I'll let him eat that before he go to boxing. Since he go to boxing tonight and he go to flag football down there north. Alright, so I got the dope sea salt. Check my sea salt out. Check my sea salt, how I put it on there. Look at how I put it on there. I don't be down here, I be up here. So go on there better than the way you put yours on there. Look at my black.
The fuck is this Negro talking about? Just put salt and pepper on it, which, you know, you should have coated that with a little olive oil before even putting it on, because none of those seasonings are going to stick. What a moron.
Black pepper. My black pepper, I be down low. But I got the black pepper real light, so the wind will blow it. So I be down there. I got that on there. Put garlic powder. That's onion powder. We don't need no onion powder because we got onions already in there. Alright? Garlic powder. Check me out. I'm the best at this, man. I'm the best cooker in the world, man. Nobody cook better than me, man. That's why when a girl get with me and I cook for her, she automatically give me something. She automatically give me something. Because my food's so good. Alright, so let's put that right there. Alright, so we got the dishes. I got my coffee cup in here. What I drank my coffee with this morning. So I like to keep a clean sink. I keep a clean sink, clean dishes. Stop messing with that.
That place ain't clean.
Ah, get out of it. Normally when she get hungry, she start knocking her water all over the floor. Huh? And I gotta clean that up. Alright, so I gotta boil that again. Alright, so let's make sure we put now. I like to cook my pork chops slow. Cook them slow. Let y'all see what we got here. Look at that right there. See my onions in there? Look at my onions in there. That's for the flavor. I put them right there in the middle. You understand? Then we got the black eyed peas. Got onions in there. Got the fire real low. Got the
That is disgusting.
fire real low, man. Keep my shit low, man. Keep it low.
Not only that, he didn't even drain the juices out of that black eyed peas, so that's going to make him fart a couple times. He should have rinsed out those black eyed peas. You're supposed to only cook those in water. You don't cook those with the juices.
Right, so let's turn over. Pork chop. Put some little onions on top of here. Put them onions on top. Because you want the flavor in there. So I put, like on one side, y'all saw me put salt, sea salt, black pepper, and garlic powder. Then on the other side, I don't put salt, black pepper, onion powder. I come with the Lowry's joint. So I put, what I put on one side, I put different on the other side. Because I'm like that, because I'm the best. That's why, because I'm the best ever. So we got that on there. Our black eyed peas is starting to bubble a little bit. We put a little bit of onion on. We put another little piece of onion on there. Check me out. Check me out. Alright, so our onions is finished. Let's put the onion back in there. So while we're waiting, right? While we're waiting, let's do some healthy stuff. Sicilian Selezione extra virgin olive oil. Fruity flavor, smooth and buttery, distinctive peppery finish.
Which is something that he should have coated the pork chops with before, but I guarantee he's going to put it in the pork chops. Yeah, too much seasoning, just not preparing it right. Not only that, he just took the meat right out of the refrigerator. He should have waited at least 15 minutes for it to get at least a somewhat room temperature.
So what I like to do is every couple days I get a spoon and I take me a spoon or two of olive oil. Straight to the dome.
Don't do this, folks. Don't do this.
I don't know why, but I just do. I don't know if it's good for you or not.
It isn't.
Alright, so everything is moving and grooving. I got the dope pot. Look at that. Don't none of my pots and frying pans match. You know why? Because I don't want them to match. So they could be better than yours. See, all yours match. You got all that expensive stuff. That's why your food don't taste good. Alright, so they're cooking pretty strong. So we're gonna turn the flame.
You moron. I do have expensive cookware, but that's only because it lasts longer. I've had my pots for the past 6 years, you know. I use professional cookware, folks, because it lasts longer. My garbage can was $90, and I've had that for 9 years, and it still looks good. If you buy quality products there, it lasts longer. If you buy cheap stuff, you're going to have stuff flake, and you're going to have to replace it, you know.
Laying down. just a little bit to where it's barely on. And then what I'm gonna do with the what I'll do with the black eyed peas.
Let me show you something here. Y'all gonna like this. Oh no, I'll do it. No, I'm not gonna do that. So.
Right? What I'll do with the black eyed peas is I'll let them sit. I'll let them cook a little more. And then I'll turn the fire off and just keep the top on and let them cook on their own. I don't like to overcook my black beans, my kidney beans, my pinto beans, my black eyed peas, corn, anything. I just cook it to where it get hot.
Oh boy.
And then I turn the flame off, put the lid on, and just let that shit sit. And it continues from the heat and the pressure to cook to where they get kind of soft. Not too soft, but kind of soft. I don't like them too hard. I don't like them too soft. So my pork chops is looking good. All right, see how this bubbling over? Turn the flame off. I'm done. All right, so with my pork chops and with all my meats, when I cook beef, when I cook pork, when I cook turkey, when I cook chicken, I keep the flame down low at first. I like the flame to be low because I like to cook it slow so that it cooks all the
Hey, Armor, what's up, man? Just watching a little Sean G doing a little cooking.
way through. I don't eat red meat in my beef. I like my meat to be done. When I eat my meat, I like my meat to be done, man. So we're gonna make this for Sean. We get I'll probably put it in this. Move, Luna. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you, man? What is that up there? What is this? I don't know what that is. So I'll probably, I'm gonna pick Sean up from school, and then we're gonna go straight to boxing. We're gonna go straight to boxing and straight to flag football. So now it's just a waiting game. My beans are done. I let them sit. So now I just cook my pork chop, turn it over, check me out. All right, so check it out. Let me show y'all what we got. So now, look at that right there. See how it's starting to get brown? Look at my onions in there.
Those are not getting brown. He's just cooking cold meat, so it's never going to really brown. It's not going to crisp up. There's not going to be any real caramelization. He didn't even caramelize the onions first. No fucking moron.
My onion's better than your onions. So, once I start getting that brown part, I know that I'm achieving my goal and getting to where I want to be. So then I come back. Hold on, let me put y'all back right here. Let me put y'all back right there. And let me put that right there. So I'm still letting it cook. I still got it on low. So I got my smoothie. Look at my smoothie. Let's eat. Let me eat my smoothie. So I got my smoothie. I made them last night. So I put it in my smoothie joint. Check me out. That's what I do.
So he's cooking 2 pork chops and black eyed peas. That's way too much protein.
All right, so I got apples in here. You know what? Let me put a banana in there. Let me put it because I didn't
Whiskey mixed with apple juice. Hey, that's not too bad, man.
have my bananas yesterday when I make them. See, I make my smoothies like the night before. I'll make like 3 of them, and then I'll have them for the week, and I can just go in the refrigerator and grab them. Hold on. Damn, I can't even open it, man. What's up? Nigga get weak, man. Y'all saw I couldn't open it? Man, nigga getting weak, man. Still look good though. So I put the banana in there. The banana in the smoothie gonna stand out. The banana gonna make sure you know he in it. I'm spilling shit on the table. Let me rinse this off. My pork chops getting busy over there. Alright, so we come back here. Put the smoothie right there. Let's check out our pork chops, y'all. Let's check out our pork chops. Cooking nice. Let's turn them over. Now we should have the brown on this side. See, a little brown. That's what we want. And I'm cooking them.
My first day doesn't start until Monday, actually, 8 o'clock a.m.
Slow. I'm cooking them slow, so that's all right. So if they not brown everywhere, that's fine. So what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna turn the flame up a little higher. Turn the flame up a little higher. Now they're gonna cook a little faster, which is cool. Which is cool. That ain't no big thing. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no big thing. We cool with that.
Hey, Serratus. That's good red wine. What kind do you have there, Serratus? But good seeing you, man.
Put our top back on. Let me drink some of my smoothie. Check me out. Bananas, apples, pineapples, pears, milk, grapefruit juice, bunch of shit in there. Bunch of shit. So what I'm working on right now in my life, it's 12:33 in the afternoon. I haven't eaten any food all day. I drank 2 cups of coffee, that's it. I'm gonna eat this boiled egg. This will probably be the first thing that I eat. And I won't eat anything else, if I eat at all, till maybe 3, 4 o'clock. So I discipline my mind to not eat, right? And then this is how I stay lean, and this is how I keep my weight. I got on the scale the other day, I was 166, which is great, which is right where I want to be, which I'm ahead of the game because it's February, and I'm 166. Usually in February, in the wintertime, here in Jersey, it gets cold. I usually run up to like 174, 175, I'll be fat. But I made my business that I was going to stay lean year round, so when the 80-degree weather and the 90-degree weather get here in May and June, and I start sweating, then I can go right down to 162 and be cut up and ripped up, something nice. But I look good already. So they go my boiled egg and put that in my pocket. Eat that later. Luna keep playing with me. She can't wait for Lil Sean to get it because he played with her big time. All right, so I want y'all to see this color we got on here. So we got the nice color. Smell good too. Look at that. See that color?
Looks like shit. There's no real color on it except burnt. You know, no caramelization. Onions are finally cooking, but it's a little too late for it now. There's not going to be any flavor on any of those pork chops because all the flavoring and the seasoning is in the bottom of the pan at this point.
You got color? So I'm gonna let
Ooh, Belarus. Good stuff there, Serratus. Good stuff.
that rock right there for a little bit more. I'm gonna let that rock right there for a little bit more and let it get a little bit more brown. Then I'm gonna cut them up into little pieces and let the little pieces cook separately. Our beans, you know what I'm saying? Stir them.
There's nothing wrong with boxed wine, especially if you're a wine drinker. I used to have boxed wine too because I used to have a lot of friends over. So I would keep the boxed wine, in order to... there's a lot of good brands out there. So if you have a lot of friends over, then it's not too bad to actually have. I just have wine racks, so there's no need for me to have boxed wine. Plus, I don't drink much wine anyway.
Them up. Can't forget about them. Black eyed peas. You see. I gotta put some salt in there. Ain't no salt in there. Put some salt and some black pepper in the black eyed peas. Nigga. Black eyed peas. So let that sit. All right, so let's turn over the pork chop one more time. Look at that color. Look at the color coming in there. Let me show y'all that dope color. Look at that color. See it? See it? That's good money right there. That's good money right there. That's good money right there.
Yeah, he's gained some weight, obviously. Yeah, he's gained weight.
All right, so what I do now that I got my color where I want it.
Gordon Ramsay, this is the type of cooking that I would see on In Living Color or some other comedy show.
I come in and I cut them up into pieces. Right? I cut the pork chop up into little pieces so they can cook even better separately.
No.
So I don't gotta do that to him.
First off, if you're cutting in the pan itself there, you risk scratching the inside of that pan, so you're just messing it up. Secondly, even if you're cutting it up, the reason why he's cutting it up because it's pink in the middle. It's not cooking because he's cooking super cold meat. It's a moron.
Y'all having fun? I've been cooking my own food, man, since I was probably like a junior high, man. Yep, sure have. Let's see if this man's cut better. Serene. Cut a little better. Yeah, I'm not getting none. I'm not giving you none, so don't even ask for none. Let me show y'all what I did. See? Look at that right there. That's the beautiful color. So I cut the little pieces up toward the end when I'm almost done cooking them, so that
Exactly. No, never use metal utensils in a coated pan.
you know, they cook better. You know, I stir them around, and then, you know, they get brown on all sides. And then I keep this one right here. This will probably be one for me. Then I come back, and I put my top back on. I come back and I put my top back on. And then I turn the flame all the way up, full blast. Because I'm getting ready to take them out. They're done, but I want to, like, almost overcook them. You know, and really get that brown, burnt color on there. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do mine. The black eyed peas. I turn the flame back onto them, right? And let them get real hot again. And I'm gonna turn the flame right back off, but I just add a little heat to them. Let's stir them up. You know, just to make sure they right and exact. Let me see, we got that salt on there. Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go. There you go. Yep, there you go. There you go. All right, so let's move these around. Move my big one around. All right, we almost done, y'all. Let's get some hot sauce. So I like to eat my pork chops with hot sauce, Louisiana hot sauce. All right, so I turn the flame all the way off, and I just let, being that this is a cast iron frying pan, it's gonna stay hot well after you turn the fire off. That's the beauty of cast iron frying pan. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let me show y'all.
I would get food poisoning if I ate anything by Sean G. And not only that, he's literally ruined the food.
Look at how they look. They look good, man. So we done. Food is done. Look at that color. Look at that color. Then we got our black eyed peas cooking again. Got the flame up super high. Let's turn that all the way off and just let that simmer. Just let that simmer. All right. So now let's try. Let's take a taste test. Taste test. Look at that hot sauce on there. Check me out.
If you cook your pork chops right, there is no need to use sauce unless you're going to marinade. Other than that, you know, the reason why you need sauce is because you know your seasonings are all at the bottom of the pan. That's why it tastes like shit.
So I gotta get enough. All right, we're done. All right, y'all. So, welcome. Thanks for coming through. I'm done. Pork chops, black eyed peas. This mostly gonna be for Little Sean. Crazy amount of protein. Clean protein, no sugars, no carbohydrates. Straight protein. Black eyed peas, straight protein, complex carbohydrates and fiber. So, let me see. So, in this can of black eyed peas, 6 grams of protein per serving, 6 grams of protein per serving, 3.5 servings per this can. So this is 22 grams of protein, 19 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams of dietary fiber, 1 gram of sugar, no added sugar, 0 fat. So this is very healthy. Now here's the protein. Here's the protein on the pork chop is 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 added sugar. 23 grams of protein per 4 ounces. So how many pounds? This was a. So this is a pound, 1.14. So 16 ounces make a pound. 23 times 4 is 92. So this is 100 grams of protein. That's 100 grams of protein. So altogether, this is 122 grams of clean protein. If you want to build muscle, this is the kind of foods that you eat that'll put.
No, it isn't. Just disgusting. What a sorry person cooking that garbage.
All right, y'all.
Whoops. All right, let's check this out.
So, Pop, I need.
Yeah, his cooking is on par with Genova's. It really is. It's bad. See what we got here.
Oh, shit. Mom. It's okay. Feel this shit. We guys want to stand. Feel it. Hats off. Where's you guys wherever. Get it. Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, all arm. He wasn't even working his biceps doing that. See, if you can't keep your elbows straight, then it's not really a bicep, but it doesn't really matter because both of them have pretty good biceps anyway, so. Well, now he's doing them right.
Yes, sir. Yep. Hey. Next time we do a verse. Get it. Get it. Get it. Good money. Good money. Good money. Good money.
Yeah, I sped it up on purpose so that way I can get through stupid stuff like this.
Come on. That blood. 2-4.
Got the biggest in the game right here. Biggest in the game. Biggest name.
But I'm gonna turn it down a bit. We'll go a little slower on this.
In the game. Don't act like you don't fucking know. Big boy's in here showing you what time it is. We're gonna get big boy down in Miami. Be rolling around that fucking Phantom, dropping cash, hopping on a yacht. This life, that's where the positive lifestyle will bring you. That negative life brought me to the penitentiary. Real. I wanted the same shit. Now we went and got it a positive way. We're rock and roll. You can't stop it.
What does that run you?
That's 75, 100.
That's insane.
Yeah, each trip's 100. Back and forth, 300.
That's crazy. Wow. Pump that motherfucker. Pump that. Pump that. Woo. Killing the game right here.
Nope. Everyone went to get a pack. Say, Watson, you get another pack? Nope. What do you mean?
See, if you look at the way he's lifting, he's not keeping his elbows in, so, you know. He still has good biceps there in any event, but, you know, just These are what this is what I would consider as show-off lifts.
Motherfucker was pulling strings, bro. You don't know how not to. My celly was like the biggest white boy you ever seen. He was like 6'7", like 290, so big key. And he's just like, I'm like, what's up? What you guys want to do? Like, we'll take all this. It's all good. Like, you see my mouth, you see me, what's up? What's happening? All the other woods are like sucked up, fuck with that black, you know? Oh, man. Look at everything. I had 10 jars of Folgers. Man, when I had 10 jars, I had no jars. In the pen, when I had 10 jars of Folgers, 16-ounce jars, I had no jars. 11 jars, 1 jar. So I used to run. I used to dream about getting that. I used to dream about getting the pre-workouts. That one I just knocked your guys's. I mean, I used to dream about them good tasting pre-workouts.
Now, what he's doing now is forearm workouts, which one thing I can give him credit for is doing the forearm workout, bicep curls. Because it's also important because that forearm is just as important, folks. Most people don't work out their forearms, so they look a little small and everything like that. But whenever you work out your arms, you also have to have good forearms. And that right there helps you in doing bench presses. People have weak bench presses because they have little ass forearms. Your forearms need to be huge, you know. Bigger forearms means better workout.
Couch in the pen. All we had was black coffee. Mix that with soda on the yard.
Black coffee coke. I remember before I
shit makes you sick.
I had a lot of, they had just like amino pills.
Yeah.
They got horse ones?
Horse pills. In the pen, everyone's like 90 days to the house. I'm chopping. That's like a thing. I might start right now, but hey, those amino, those horse pills. Big ass ones. 2 grams of protein each.
Of course, all of them are using gear. Even me. I mean, in fact, I did my Seepinate today, actually. I took a shot of my Seepinate because I'm breaking it down a little bit.
Journal still, where with every meal I would take 10 of those motherfuckers. I hit my meal, take 10. Hit my meal, take 10. So throughout the day I would have these.
God, I hope he isn't pinning Trin every day. That is a very harsh antibiotic. You don't want to be doing Trin every single day. That's a little too much.
As much protein as I need. Yeah. Just keep knocking.
You knock it up. It's on you.
Get our money, dog. Hit some hammers next or something. That shit. I got one more. I'm gonna go normal and then reversal, hit some hammers. We're about there.
Disinfectant jugs where half stand, half water. Get yourself a half of a magazine. You pumping that shit in the cell.
Oh yeah, man.
I had my shit. I had a real nice dumbbell in there.
Oh, when you're fully killing it, they buy a bunch of sodas from the canteen.
Oh, I never done that.
Shit. They can't take your canteen bags.
I like that.
I bought them sodas for what?
I wasn't that smart.
That motherfucker. We have bacon in the pan though. Look, you guys want to see it? Look at that. Oh, we got floating. Got a little M right there. Got a little M right there. People think about this flying freely. This is my jet tomorrow. 52,450.
30 sets, 30 bang out real quick. 900. All day. Every morning.
Brandon, you roll homie in the pen or you roll wood, huh?
I roll Southside.
Yeah.
So you were right there? By Oceanside?
Yeah, I was on Center Street. I don't know. Nah. That's that license plate.
Yup.
In the fan, when you see the WW on the chest, that Dago on the stomach, that rocker. You seen the motherfucker pull it out. That's watching from Dago.
That's that eye bust.
Yeah, Lamar can outwork out these guys because they're they're doing what's called show-off lifts here. You know, Lamar does real legitimate work lifts. But if they're pinning Trent all day, I can see how they can have that much energy. But man, they're just destroying their livers like that.
That's how I bust in the dark shit.
They used to call me the big homie Billboard.
Or excuse me, they're destroying their kidneys like that.
You know? So that's the extra money on the chest.
You know what time it is? Got the 1503.
First thing they ask you when you walk in the block, well, they call you out there, where are you from? So you just say them the shit. That's Watson Dago. You're what? You can't read motherfucker shit. You know what time it is? Hey, Wes, you coming in? Yeah, we got your table ready.
Yeah.
Okay, what you spend is.
When you pay, play. When you how you say it? You gotta pay to play. You gotta pay to play. Back then, we never paid. We just played. Now when you pay, you definitely they let you play now. Mandatory.
We're gonna get Big Boy down in Miami with me. I said it many times already. Like a song like this play. We're gonna get Big Boy roll up the elevation lock.
Oh man, Wes said it. I mean, Wes said it.
Still a nice car, that's for sure. But those are just show-off lifts. Yeah, Sulik trains a lot harder. Lamar trains a lot harder. I mean, it's just ridiculous what they're doing. All right, a little Sam Sulik here.
And then I'll do like 125.
Yeah, 315 incline, that's no joke right there. And he's doing it for a lot of reps. Now, it's a good thing he now has a spotter. You know, if you're doing stuff like that, you need to have a spotter.
I want to say that.
Non-negotiable.
Yeah. No assisted reps on that one. But that was a good set. Let's move on to something. This is a good workout to do after you've done free weights and stuff. You know, you get on that Smith machine, you know, you have a more controlled exercise, but you're still hitting that same body part. So this is, if you want sort of like a cool down from doing free weights, this is the perfect thing, and it still engages that chest.
I think a few sets of this chest press, and honestly, we're already close to done. Maybe some flies. Actually, not maybe, definitely some flies to finish. But, I mean, what was so complicated? 3 sets of heavy pressing so far, and now just another one. Anybody without any training experience could come into the gym and do this workout. And if you pushed it hard, I think you'd be good. So, one more here. Okay. I think I gotta move on to flies. I've got a bad habit or a bad tendency of letting my front delts take over when my chest gets fatigued. Not in cable flies, but in pressing. I gotta work on that. But I'd say pressing done. Let's go do some flies. Either pec deck or cable, maybe both. Pose down and just get out of here. You know, I was about to jump on like an old school pec fly, but it was a little bit...
I'm going to run it a little late there, by the way, folks, a little past 12, because my cigar took a little bit longer than normal, so don't worry about the 12 midnight.
Too simple, to the point where, like, you couldn't adjust the depth. So if I would actually try to really get into it, I'd probably fucking...
But no more video submissions, folks.
My pecs off. So I'll stick to this one, even though this isn't really my favorite deck, but it'll be good enough. So I think set or two here, move on to cables, and go pose down. Very good chest day so far. Gonna make sure to finish it off even better. Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do some cables. This one feels okay. Good set, but I don't want to do another. The absolute least hype thing I could ever see on a gym TV. Young Sheldon. What the fuck? Okay, so maybe not cable flies, but I like these cable presses sort of bent over. And I've seen comments where it's like, well, why don't you just...
Yeah, it's about 4 a.m. and you staying up for the midnight run. You a good man, Andy. You're a good man.
Just put like an incline bench right here and do the pressing this way so you can push against the bench. You don't have to balance. I see the appeal. I get what you're saying. But I'm not doing so much weight that even matters. Like, this is light enough that my body weight bending over is enough to keep my torso from moving back and forth. So let's just sit here for probably 2 or maybe 3 sets. Just as kind of a finisher. Like, these won't be the most intense sets. Like, I'm not absolutely destroying my pecs. But I am going to fill them the fuck up with blood. Which, no need to even talk about it. We're just going to see it in a few minutes when we pose down. Yeah. Okay. A little too heavy, and the cables are a little too high. I'll make those 2 adjustments, then run it up. All right, I'm thinking a superset. So press is here just like the last set. It'll look exactly the same, but instead of just racking and being done, I'm going to jump across from me to this Arsenal strength pec deck. That pec deck over there compared to this one, yeesh, night and day. So I think this will be a perfect finisher. Okay. That's. Oh, oh my God. That was probably the best peg.
That's the one thing I don't like there is the fact that he's doing those little half reps. I mean, it's going to be pretty easy for him, and eventually he's going to end up straining himself.
Say that never don't. Let's go pose down. There's a speaker right above me. I might have to do some fancy shit to the audio so I don't get copywritten. But this place is sick. They have like specific lights to pose in, like straight up bright ass LEDs. Honestly, just staring at it is kind of fucking with my eyes. So let's see how we're looking after, what was that, 8, 9 sets of chest? I can't remember. It didn't feel like that much. Which, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Just say. Let's just throw this guy up here. I mean, what do you think?
He's looking a little flat today. Maybe he hasn't gotten enough carbs in or so forth. Yeah, he's looking a little flat today.
Whew. I certainly feel pretty fucking pumped. I woke up light this morning. Fuck. I was 250.6 because I didn't drink enough fucking water last night. You gotta remember, you got a lot of weight.
And that explains it. If you remember, folks, when it comes to muscle, the majority of your body is made, is pretty much water. You know, most of your body is water. Without water, you're nothing but a pile of powder. So that's why he's looking flat, because he obviously hasn't gotten enough water in, you know. So I was wondering why he was looking so flat.
In fucking frame. That's just H2O.
I think, given the fact of his celebrity status, Andy, I think it actually promotes the gym. So, and if you notice, people are walking around, so they're pretty much used to it. If it was anyone but him, Andy, they would have been looking at it as like, what the fuck this nigga doing here? You know what I mean? But this is Sam Sulek, you know. You've seen his fan base. He has people wrapped up around those nutrition stores, so I think it works out for him. I mean, look, his views are just going way up. I wish mine.
Oh, that was a good one. Oh, okay. Lifted, pumped, and posed. Let's go home. Let's go home happy. Fucking love it. Okay, is this thing fucking working? Yeah.
But yeah, folks, make sure you guys are getting a lot of water in before working out. You want to make sure you stay well hydrated in any given day, because otherwise you're gonna look flat. So, and he already knew it. No, he's not. No, he's not gay. What is this?
I'd like to meet Big Dave Lifts in person. You know, he made a comment on there about McLeod being a killer. He taught McLeod how to do headshots from 200 yards away with his AR-15. Okay.
I will tell you this right now. It is highly difficult to shoot from 200 yards with an AR-15. I mean, you have a very unreliable... an AR-15, folks, is a very unreliable weapon, you know. Which is why it's used in the military.
Okay. Bring it, brother. Bring it. You taught McCuck how to take headshots from 200 yards away with your AR-15? We ain't gonna be 200 yards away, brother. We're gonna be right there, face to face. No guns, no knives, no baseball bats, no chains, nothing. Brad will make sure there's no chains. Brad will throw them across the room.
I'm sorry, but that's funny. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
Oh, what a mess. Yeah, well, of course he was hammered. He's always hammered. Jay needs to take better care of himself. I can't watch this one. It's copyrighted. I can't watch no Danny Minogue. But definitely copyrighted. Sorry, Maroon.
Are we asking if size matters? Are we going there?
I mean, we could. Why not? What's your answer to the question?
Not if they know how to use it.
What if they don't know how to use it?
Then
why the fuck is she wearing that? Fucking dumb bitch. Has no clue what type of helmet that is.
It might matter.
And it might matter. Okay.
Useless slug.
Here, wait. Actually, I want to do... We have to do this all at the same time. Okay?
They fought for mints and liquor. They just fought for mints.
We're not going to do this with paper.
If you can call it a fight.
With your,
which
like
you
this. Can't. Don't do it now. When I say 3, I want you to lift your hand up, and I want you to show what you think. Oh, this? Yeah. Okay, you can do that. What do you guys... Should we do what they think the average... What do you think... What's a good... The average?
Yeah. I know the average if you guys want to know what it is.
It's like 5 inches?
It's 5.5.
5.5?
I'm pretty sure.
That's
all right.
Ideal or average? I reckon ideal is...
Yeah, 5.5. I mean, that's kind of small, but considering that I'm a Negro, you know, us soul brothers pack a lot of meat, you know. Just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is.
Yeah, let's do ideal. Like, what would you... Ideal.
Well, then you need like the whole...
Everybody get your ideal ready.
Well, there's girth. There's good length. Length for girth.
Like this, like this.
Shout out the length for girth Reddit.
I reckon we go length.
Length for girth.
Yeah. Like, let's just say that it's an acceptable girth. Yeah, it's an acceptable girth.
Here on 3. Did you say flaccid or hard? What hard? Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. But you can immediately up here, guys.
She's got that Jason Love over there.
Jeez.
So far, right?
Wait, stay there, Nick. Get the... Wait.
My best perception is not very...
Look at Johnny Sins over bigger than your face.
Madison, can you measure... Wait, keep your hands up.
Yeah,
Madison's going to measure.
Can we ask each person how much they think?
Yeah, how big do you think that is?
Oh, there you go.
Wait, keep your hands up.
Keep it,
Don't
guys.
change.
Probably not. Although you'd be surprised, some of those twinks they're packing like 9 inches and stuff. I mean, it's all I mean, it's something that's definitely genetics. So
don't change. Stay there. I don't care if you start having muscle spasms in your hands.
It doesn't matter for me.
Madison's going to. Okay, so how big?
I think this is average.
How big do you think that is?
I don't think it is.
Wait, guys. 5.5. How big is that?
5 a little.
Don't change.
It better be bigger than
average. So we can see like how much they think that is.
Wait, let them answer this first though. Go ahead. How big is that?
I think 6 inches.
Okay.
6.5.
I don't know.
Yeah, like 6.5. maybe like 5.5 or 6. I think.
The average one, I would say.
Nick, you're not. Hello?
You know, focus on me.
Okay, go ahead, Maddie. Let's get some measurements going.
So you said this is.
Well, turn it the other. Turn it the other way, I guess. Okay,
Do
just
you want to see it?
so we can see, I guess.
Just read it out.
That is.
6.5.
She shrunk it.
She shrunk it.
That's 6.5.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. What about her? This is ridiculous.
It's about 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah,
All right.
I know that.
All right, we got a size queen over here. Hey, you don't move it. Don't move. Go ahead.
Oh my god, is that about the same? Oh my
Whoa! 8. Oh, she shrank it. 8.5. Okay, what about her?
Oh,
Don't
say
change
so.
your answer.
Now she's at my size.
Yeah, well.
That's
So now she's talking my size, but 8 is a rarity, folks. At least in the not for Soul Brother, but for everybody else.
7.5. Okay, all right. 7. All right. Okay, all right. All right, modest here. That's a 5.5. Okay.
Just go this way. Yeah.
It's like 4.5, 5.
It's 4?
They're built a bit different in India.
More. Button.
All right. That.
I know what's the size, and I can see how accurate you guys are.
Oh, you want us to do
Try to
what
just
we
show
think
us
the
your
average
size.
is?
This is a PG-13 show, Madison.
Now, Maroon, occasionally I will lie on a date and say that I only have 6. Because sometimes, some dates, they get a little scared of Soul Brothers. I'm like, no, it's okay, it's 6. Sometimes you gotta lie a little bit there so that way you don't scare them away or anything like that,
Not.
Show us 6
Because they were
inches.
saying what they like.
No.
So it's-
No, we were saying the app. What
Ah.
No, I think
Oh,
we're
okay.
doing what we. Oh, what I would.
I don't know, Brian, you go.
I would prefer.
Haram! Okay, good talk. I don't know how we got to penis size. Well, we were talking about beauty is subjective, then the TTS came through. Let me just double check here some of our chats. Yeah, we're good on that.
What?
Oh, the height thing, right? Oh, does height matter? Okay, we'll go around the table. Does height
Yeah, we'll go with height another day. Yeah. Those girls are dreaming. All right, last video here. Let's see. Which we've already watched, so... Okay, I'll just do at least... Let's see, what else we got? We'll get in Lamar's videos, because we've played pretty much everyone else's, so... Lamar, I can't play no Hiromi Kenshin. As much as I love this series, wouldn't be able to play that one. Let's check out the next one. Dang, Lamar, that's 2 for 2. Come on, man. You know we can't watch this here. But that's Sergio. Hold on. This here, hold on. This is Sergio right here. This is the second to Lord Shishishi, excuse me. Young kid, he actually, he was abused by his adopted family. And Lord Shishio came along and he hid Shishio after he cut up a bunch of people. Shishio always had that stating, if you're strong, you'll live. If you're weak, you'll die, And he adapted that until Kenshin taught him the other way after he beat him with the... Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of the move. But in any event, he... after Shishio taught him about it he went and chopped up his entire family. Starting with the most abusive one, he cut off his head and then he just butchered the rest while Shishio was just eating a fucking apple and stuff while it was raining. But one of the things is that he didn't show literally no emotion because he was abused so much that he held his emotions in, pretty much. But that is Sergio. I wish I could play this, Lamar, but I won't be able to do that. I'm sorry. Now, another thing, this is the newer version. In my opinion, I like the original version a lot better. So, yeah. Good series, though. But, unfortunately, can't play it up here. Oh, yeah, I knew what you mean there, Maroon. No worries.
Are we asking if
But it looks like that's gonna be pretty much it. Let's get a little music going. All right, folks. We got about 5 minutes left, so get your questions in. I was gonna hold it over a little bit to make sure I got through all the videos, but it is what it is, so. But make sure you get your questions in. If you wish to make a donation, you can up top. But don't forget, if anything, be sure to smash that like button, folks. Oh boy, I am sleepy. But folks, I gotta clean up the house. I'm gonna clean up tonight while watching a little TV. And then that way I don't have nothing to do this weekend. Now, don't forget, folks, the soul poll. Oh, forgot to do the soul poll, so that was convenient. So the soul poll Saturday will probably be around 1 o'clock p.m. When is the Super Bowl anyway? I think that's Sunday. But I'm going to do it at 1 o'clock p.m. I'm going to go to the gym after I do Soul Poll Saturday. But I've been pretty busy lately. And mainly that's due to all of the Celtic salt orders I've had. I mean, it's just crazy. Stuff's got a mind of its own. I probably got orders waiting here. I mean, I've been shipping out hundreds. But I get kind of nervous whenever I do it because there's just so much fraud these days. But I got everything insured anyway, so. Plus, it's a write-off. Usually, I'll get a couple $1,000s of fraud every so often. So, yes, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. Of course, I'm going to find out why Verizon's throttling my internet. I mean, with the 5G router, it's still going to move fast enough for me to run my live streams, but, you know, I want what I paid for. You know what I'm saying? I don't like getting cheated. Oh, get out of here. Need to know how many bottles. But of course, I won't be going to the gym much on the weekends anymore because I'm going to be working. Usually I like working out after going to the gym or early in the morning, so I'm just going to go back to my usual stuff. Except this time I won't, because I'm taking a different type job, I'm not going to have to eat out with friends so much or so. So that's definitely going to work out for me. Do I need to check anything else? Not really. Nothing there. Oh, I just want to show you guys just how popular Celtic sea salt is. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So this is a list of all most of my products. I've sold over 5,000 bags of Celtic sea salt this year. This is just this year, folks. Literally. Is that not nuts? What time I'm going to be working out? Either in the morning. Well, because I go in at 8 o'clock on Monday, I'm going to work out after I get off work. So it'll probably be 8 till 4:30. Drive to my gym from there is only going to be 15 minutes. So I'll start working out at 5. Which works out for me. I don't have a set schedule as of yet. I'm just going to go in whenever they tell me to go. Kind of a weird thing, but oh well. I can't believe how many bags of Celtic sea salt I've sold. All right, everybody. It is a little past midnight because I was running my mouth. And folks, that is the end of the midnight run. I want to thank my man Lamar for donating. Be sure to thank Pugman also as well. And thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause for yourselves for hanging out and supporting this channel. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for Soul Poll Saturday. There are no closing thoughts on McCluck because this is not his show. This is my show. So we want to end this show, that guy, on a high note. And speaking about him is a low note. We only go up, not down. So flush the brown down. We keep things up. But again, folks, thanks again for joining me for the show. And remember, if you're not going to be here tomorrow, then enjoy the weekend. Also enjoy the Super Bowl as well. And if you're not an American and you live in the UK, hey, you can watch the Super Bowl as well. But folks, I'm out of here. Gotta clean. And as always, peace and soul.